Hello and welcome to this episode where we explore the Golden Outback of WA. Now this area is rich in mining history from the early pioneers of the goldfields, which still continues to this day, and also new and semi-precious minerals like lithium. As you can see by the topographical map, it is really a red area indicating not much vegetation, extreme dry temperatures and minimal water. We allowed 3 days to drive to Geraldton via a bit of a crisscross of roads that we had not been on before, and casually just camped where we found a spot. There are, however, numerous spots in the wiki camps that are free along many of the roads, and you might even come across the odd gold prospector out there who's set up camp for a couple of weeks in the middle of nowhere. Our journey starts from Coolgardie all the way up to Mount Magnet. Some of the gravel roads have been well maintained by the new mining companies that are on the scene, and the only thing that you really have to worry about is, of course, the red dust that can get into your vehicle. We explore old abandoned hotels that used to be the centre of now non-existent mining communities, to a pub that was the centre of a bikie murder and unfortunately was burnt down in 2019. There's also some fantastic outback art at Lake Ballard and an abandoned homestead that we venture into. Coolgardie, as you can see, has some beautiful buildings here, and it does have some special significance for me, as my great-grandfather was an engineer here in the 1900s. It was once the third largest town in WA, with 2 stock exchanges, 3 breweries, 7 newspapers and 26 hotels. Typically, we start our journey with a quick drink at one of the watering holes. The Denver City Hotel does sound a little bit like we are in the middle of the USA. However, it is a typical eclectic outback pub and has great 1930s Art Deco detail. Another place to explore on the main road is the Ben Pryor Park, which has some artefacts and rebuilt areas of mining tenement life so that you can see what it was once like for miners who are out here. So lots in rich history to see and explore. Seriously, just check out the beautiful facade of this hotel. It's just testament to the rich history and the money and wealth that obviously was once in Coolgardie. This here are the ruins of the Premier Hotel in Cunnanan. Can't even say that. It was once a grand and sprawling establishment that had 10 bedrooms, a large parlour and a billiards room. It was actually the first hotel to have electricity in the goldfields, and it was built in 1901 great place to just stop and look at. It is fenced off, so obviously you can't go in to preserve what is the ruins at the moment. So this is the Orabanda Hotel that was actually built in 1911. The town site used to have about 2,000 people in it when it was in its heyday. There are mine sites around the area that are still being worked on, and it was the site of a bikie shooting nearby, and then unfortunately was destroyed by fire in 2019. So this here is Rowles Lagoon, a conservation park in the middle of this arid area, but when it does rain it does get exciting and full of water with water birds. In fact, there have been about 41 different species of water birds that have actually been found there. It is a little bit unbelievable to think that at times this place can be completely covered in water, but we have had a bit of a dry season this year, so it is currently quite dry, but as you know, a drop of water in this area goes a long way, and the fact that you can actually canoe here does seem a bit improbable at times. So let's check out the centre of it. Definitely no water birds at the moment. We did move on for our campsite to Elvire Soak, which is situated at the base of a granite outcrop. This is a permanent well here that was built by the early explorers and has since been covered up so that nobody accidentally falls down it. In 1875, an explorer by the name of Ernest Giles was apparently attacked by local warriors. However, this story is a little bit questionable and there are differing accounts on its validity. So now we move on to Lake Ballard, which actually was one of the highlights of this particular little journey. I have been here before and it is great to see it in the dry. I would like to see it when it's wet. However, you wouldn't be able to maybe get out to what is the biggest art installation in Australia. So on this giant salt lake, in 2003, a exhibition was commissioned of 51 metal sculptures that represented local people from the town of Menzies. Anthony Gormley is the artist who put the statues in the salt lake. He has done lots of life-size sculptures all around the world. They are scattered out over a huge area of 10 square kilometres. Each one is slightly different, and I think you need a bike or something, but I wouldn't recommend it on the salt pan. But yeah, I didn't even get to see all of them. They are that scattered out, but you can walk around them and you follow the little trails around, and they're all cute and quirky in the middle of this giant salt pan. So this here is the road into Mount Elvire Homestead. It's just a bit of a sidetrack off the main road, a little bit corrugated, a little bit bumpy. Mount Elvire is a homestead or at the end of a long peninsula that goes into a salt lake. We weren't exactly sure what we were going to, but we thought, well, we'll just go check it out. And this is what we saw. So Mount Elvire Homestead is actually an abandoned homestead. It did used to be a large pastoral station, and the explorer John Forrest did pass through this area in 1869. And he named Mount Elvire actually after his wife. So there really is not much there apart from a long drop toilet, which we did manage to use. But anyway, it is just a very remote place. There were some gold prospectors there who were just camped off to the side, minding their own business. It would be a brilliant place to watch some astro events in the night sky because there's literally nothing around. There is no one. Dust has been a little bit of our problem, so I'll put those rags here and take some up. Only on the last two gravel roads, we're going to cover up that door. That's a problem. You can see the dust is all over the bench top, which I will clean. I think they're not too much further in than that. So the shower's finally warm?
Well, the shower's, I don't call it warm, but it's not cold. It's not like you're sitting there going, Jesus, that's bloody freezing when you go.
Yeah, well the temperature outside's probably about 35.
Yeah, well, the water's certainly warm, put it that way.
Yeah, it's been warming up in the tank, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be working on the floor. And the water seems to be keeping... You're fitting in there okay, are you? Yeah. Okay. So after all the dust and road trains, we finally arrived to Mount Magnet, the end of our journey in the Golden Outback Way. Hit the bitumen, all is going well, and we'll soon be home. So thanks so much for watching our little video, and we look forward to seeing you next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!